What a great museum. I loved
On
it.
the north side of the island. But the ore had to be shipped from the south side where you got off the ferry. And to do that, they had a couple of different ways. One way was the 20-ton Euclid truck. Two miners got in their truck one day and they were driving a truckload of ore across the island. They would dump it down into this holding area here, but truck and all went over, folks. Now the company knew there was an accident. They sent Mr. Franz Hocko down to cover the story. And when he went down, it was his son that was in the accident. Yeah. And anybody know Alan Hocko? Yeah, just by name even. Yeah, he's an actor from here. You wouldn't know him, do you know? Okay, that's his family.
Oh, okay.
And we got 3 stained glass panels here, folks. And they're honoring the women who were foolish enough to marry the miners. The women had great responsibilities, folks. They had to stretch that $1 to 10 or maybe a little bit more. They had to look after 18 or 19 kids. They had to make sure everything was working smooth. The miners worked hard enough, but they worked harder. And this panel here tells us the story of that lady. She's praying. She already lost her husband to an accident in the mine. And then when that happens, the oldest son in the family has a given right to a job. And he took it. So there's his lunch, there's the bread in the oven, and she's there praying that he'll come home safe and sound. We did have child labor in the mines, folks. 11-year-olds, 10-year-olds. Any 10-year-old boys here? You'll do.
There's the 3 stained glass pictures of women that had to do all the work. And she said there was one moose he swam across and died of natural causes many years later.
And we got it. And in order to get it in here, they had to take the window out. Oh, wow. I gotta stop picking at it. I got it broke off. And we got 2 showcases here, folks.
They had all kinds of artifacts, including letters of thank you from Hitler for he bought the ore. And then we went down right into the mine, and that was really, really interesting. Both guides grew up right there. That's what the lights they used before they had electricity. And every one of the offshoots had a number on it, so they could keep track of what was going on. And this was the horses that did all the work.
Come on, my son. Here we go. You gotta turn off your lights, sir. That's what they worked in for 10 hours a day. Something else. 1,000 feet, a bit further than we are now, and then it's roped off because if they went missing, you'll never find them. Right? You've got all these cross cuts, hundreds of them going through these mines. Okay? And they all intersect with the other mines. Right? There's most of these mines on the island, they went to electricity after, but this one never had no electricity. This is the first submarine mine open. And it, as far as I know, it's the smallest one. Right? You walk and look in the museum, you see the pictures of a lot of stuff, right? But this one here never had power. Okay? They come down with that stupid candle on their head, that thing shooting at their head, and they went to the hard hat on the last stages of it. I don't really go with the book stuff, because they weren't down here either. I got to see it for myself, right? You believe what you see there. Now, most of my information comes from my family, because they were down here, right?
And a few more artifacts. Oh, the one thing he did tell us was often the horses would go blind when they went back up from the sun.
This old fella here is Bob Skane. He's what you call a mucker, okay? And a mucker is the guy that go with this cart. 20 carts a day, 8 tons, 10 hour shift. So you can imagine how strong these fellows were, right? I know my grandfather, he was down here twice. And he was down here in the late 30s when the war started. He got shipped off, he was a gunner on the plane. He got shot down, he missed in action for 5 years, declared dead. And after the war ended, he walked in through the door and the foolish enough to come back down here again. I said that to him, but I was by the door. So when he raised his voice, you stand. Right here is the tank. This takes 1.8 tons, okay? And right here is the fountain. Okay, they tagged it up, 20 carts, go up to the service. The big shots up there, I verified that the day's work. Simple.
And this was their lunchroom, and then the water was for the horses, and yeah, that was the outside. It was quite a beautiful island, and that mine tour was really very, very interesting. And I went up to the North Shore and saw their beach, and then went back and had lunch and missed the ferry.